Hello and welcome to the Tasteful recipe of the week, and today we're going to do a pasta. It is my prawn pea and pistachio linguine. It's a lovely light pasta, nice as a summer pasta, or it's actually trans-seasonal, nice to go into autumn as well. So I've made a start already on the cream sauce. It's a wine cream sauce that's made with melted butter and garlic. I sauteed that first, a couple of cloves of crushed garlic, and I've added 2 cups of Pinot Grigio wine and 2 cups of cream. The one I'm using is Scotchman's Hill Pinot Grigio, and I just want to simmer that till it's saucy. It takes a good 5 minutes or so, so we'll let that sort of complete. Let's have a look at the prawns. The prawns I have here are little green raw prawns, and I'm going to actually split them. These were frozen, so I like to keep them semi-frozen when I do this task because it's much easier to cut through and cut them in half. You don't have to cut them in half, you could just chop them, but I like to do this because then they actually will twist when they cook, and it's a nice way to serve them. So prawns are done. Now all I need to do is add the prawns. So it's 750 grams of prawns here, and I've split them all, and we're going to add them to the cream sauce, as well as the peas. So half a cup of frozen peas go in, and 2 spring onions finely chopped, and I just want that to sort of heat and cook just until the prawns change colour. We'll season with a little bit of salt while we're here as well. And if you want to use some pepper, do that as well. The pasta that I'm using is just a linguine. I'm using la molisana, but you can use spaghetti or tagliatelle or fettuccine, but I do like the linguine. So we're just going to let that come to the boil so that the prawns just turn colour and become a little bit pink. I've already cooked the pasta, so nice big rolling pot of boiling water with some salt in it. Pop the pasta in, cook it till it's al dente, and then drain it. But when you drain it, make sure that you put aside a cup or so of the pasta water. So this pasta water contains some of the starch from the pasta and will actually help form a sauce if you need a little bit of sauce. And I've simply drained the pasta, I put the lid on it, and I've kept it warm that way so that we can add it to the mix once the prawns start to turn pink. So we're getting there. The other thing I need to get ready is some basil. So a lovely little pot of summer basil here. I need about half a cup of the basil leaves, and I'm going to keep the small ones obviously for garnish. So put some of those aside for garnish, and the bigger leaves to toss through. I'm not going to tear them, I'm not going to chop them, I'm just going to leave them whole. They'll collapse a little bit, but you get this lovely little touch of green through the sauce. Now they're almost turning pink. Don't want to overcook them. And now it's time to add the pasta. Now the pasta, when it stands, does tend to stick together. Don't worry, that's a good thing, because the surface will actually attract the sauce when we add it. So now it's just a matter of tossing the pasta through the sauce. Mixing it all together. You can see how the pasta will relax and loosen. Oh no, it smells divine. I'm also going to toss in my half a cup of basil leaves at this point, because I want them to wilt a little bit and collapse. And I also want to make sure that I season it. So I'm going to season it with a little more salt and some pepper. And now it's time to serve. So get your platter ready. Bring pasta's a little bit, needs a little water, just add like a splash or two of the pasta water, just whatever it needs. If you feel like it needs to be a little bit more saucy. Then we're going to grab our pasta. Twirl the plate when you put the pasta down. Don't forget to add some of the prawns. And the peas. And I'm going to finish that. A little bit of the sauce, so make sure you get some of that lovely cream sauce in the pasta. The peas. I'm going to finish it with the pistachios. A good helping of pistachios, because this is what we're adding instead of parmesan, and just a few little basil leaves to finish. And let's grab a fork. That is my prawn, pea and pistachio linguine, and you know what? You know I love to twirl, right? Tasteful recipe of the week. Enjoy.